Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. I have a fun new video for you today, and I was inspired by Samantha March with this video, so I will leave her channel down below. Check her out. So she recently did a video where if she could only keep one eyeshadow palette. So it was basically out of brands, so she chose 5 brands where she had a lot of eyeshadow palettes from, and if she could choose one. Now, so I'm going to do mine a little bit differently. She basically did hers from the standpoint of this palette I could get a lot of wear out of, and these will like kind of transform me. I'm just going to do this by what pulls on my heartstrings. So the color combinations might not even make any sense by the time we get done, but I'm like, we're going to make it work. I can pull a shade out of here. We can pull a shade out of here. So I'm just going to talk about the palettes that are my absolute favorite out of each collection, not just from the sense of, oh, well, I can only keep one, so let me keep this one because it has a brown, it has a black, it has a gold, it has a silver, it has all these different options. Just choosing what pulls on my heartstrings, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it because I have gotten myself organized, because if you know me, when you watch my videos, I'm always dropping something. My look right here is actually a look from Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and I should have a video up where I did 2 more looks with this palette, so check that video out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I probably got like a good 80% of my collection right here on the step stool next to me. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you all the palettes that I have from the brands that I chose. And it's just 5 brands that I chose. But good Lord, I got a lot of palettes in here next to me from those brands, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start it off with what? ColourPop, because I have a lot of ColourPop palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and start it off. I have pulled out my 9 pans. I'm going to start with that first because my table in front of me is not that big. So right here I have the It's My Pleasure palette. It's one of the 12 pan palettes. This is the all purple palette. And I'm just showing them real quickly. I have the Brown Sugar palette. This is a combination with Carucci, or a collaboration with Carucci, if I could get it open. And it looks like this. It's a cute brown palette. I have the Soul palette, and I also have the Mar palette. This is from last year. Here is Soul. Here is Mar. I have Proceed with Caution and Main Squeeze. I also have Just My Luck and Blue Moon, okay, for the 9 pan palettes. We got Blue Moon, Just My Luck, Main Squeeze, and Proceed with Caution. So you guys have probably seen all these palettes, but I feel like you guys would kill me if I don't open up all these palettes. And then I got even more ColourPop palettes. So I probably don't have some of the palettes you guys think I have, like, what's it, Double Entree and whatever else, all that stuff was called, because you know they come out with a palette a minute. So I do have Femme Rosa. Nothings. This was like a holiday collection. It came out at Ulta first. Kind of reminds me of Norvina. I have All I See Is Magic. I love this palette, but I never use it. How does that work? I got the Cute AF palette, or better known as the Yes Please palette. Savalier. This collaboration with Becky G. The Wet and Lit palettes. You know, this was with Bretman Rock. This is Wet. Then you got Lit. I have Good Sport, Rendezvous, Sweet Talk, and Perception, okay? So my Perception palette, unfortunately, I have broke the mirror. I hope I do not get 7 years of bad luck. See, the mirror is broken. I was leaning, had my elbow pressed into it so I could stabilize and get my wing liner straight. It did not work. We have Sweet Talk, and this is what the inside looks like. And then we have Rendezvous. And this kind of looks like Savalier to a degree. So, out of all these palettes I just showed you from ColourPop, it's madness. How many are there? I don't know. I'm going to put it up on the screen because it's a lot of ColourPop palettes. Good Lord. So, the one palette that, the one, when I think about my ColourPop palettes, my favorite palette is the Good Sport palette. If I could only keep one, I got it upside down. If I could only keep one palette, I'm keeping the Good Sport palette. I absolutely love this palette. Okay, So I just showed you this palette. I feel like it is a very fall palette, but I feel like I can make it work in the summertime, spring, whenever, winter. Okay, the reason why I love this palette, look at the shade Rookie. Rookie is beautiful. You have like a peach dusty rose with some reflex of blue in there. It is so unique. It is just a beautiful color. Then I love it because of the transition shades High Hopes and Hooky. High Hopes just goes with anything. Anytime I'm using a palette and I just need like a transition shade, like this palette is just sitting right there, I just grab it and I just throw it in the crease because it works. It works no matter what I'm using. So I love that. Hooky is so terracotta. You could just definitely deepen the look. EBB, I'm in love with EBB or Ebb or whatever. It is the creamiest, most buttery olive green shimmer shade. Then I love this shade Hooked. It is a very muted green, almost like an army green. Then you have the shade Trophies. Trophies is beautiful also. And it's only like 2 browns. You have the shade Trooper, which is a very pretty yellow shade. You have the shade Flow and Sister that's great. You only have 1 true gold. And then you have this champagne shade called Wild Out. This palette is just so beautiful. And I think a lot of people are just thrown off. I don't know, like the swatches, the pigmentation is everything. Reckless is beautiful. The shimmers are so pretty in this. They are so foiled. You don't have a problem working with it. The purples show up. You have that beautiful deep burgundy color to smoke out your outer V, or either you could do Trophies. You could do like 1, 2, 3, that's the look. You can do 1, 2, 3, that's the look. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the look. You can do 1, 2, 3, that's the look. You can do 1, 2, 3, that's the look. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I think the options are just endless in this palette, and I think that the color combination just speaks to me. I love the shade Rookie. I wear it all the time. Rookie with just High Hopes in there is beautiful. So I really love this palette. So I think my second favorite palette, I'm just going to show a couple of second favorites, you know, that was just like, oh man, if I had to choose to keep one, what would I keep? But I think I would keep off, what is this? I think I would keep Femme Rosa. This is a She palette in collaboration with Karrueche. This is her first. This palette is gorgeous. And y'all know I love some good red tones. And they just play so well on my complexion. I just love this purple shade, and I love this red shade. They don't have names. And this is a nice terracotta shade, but it has a lot of red pull to it. It's kind of hard to see because the background is red. The shimmers are great. They're very sparkly. You just have a lot of options in here. It's a little different and it's unique, and I just really love this palette. I picked this palette up later than when the collection released, but I really have been enjoying this palette since I picked it up. So that's like my honorable mention when I think about ColourPop. Okay, the next brand that I have a lot of, Pat McGrath. I think you guys can know that. When you look behind me, look, it's like all clear behind me. So I have pulled my Pat McGrath palettes out, and I'm going to start with this little mini guy. I have this from the Eye Ecstasy kit, and this is beautiful. It's a 6-pan palette, and it looks like this. I don't have all of these palettes, but I have 4 of them, and I'm very happy with the ones that I have. So this is La Vie en Rose. It looks like this, a gorgeous violet palette. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Then I have, this is Mothership Sublime, Bronze Temptation. All of these shades of things are called like bronze something. I'm like, I can't keep up. But this one is gorgeous also. And the duochrome, this duochrome shade and this duochrome shade, they're beautiful. This came out around Christmas time. I have this palette. This is Bronze Ambition. This palette is like a gold lover's dream. Like if you just want a basic everyday palette with some golds and a good transition shade, this palette is for you. And I think it's beautiful. The golds perform so well in there. I love Dark Star too. Dark Star is awesome because so many reasons. You have this blue, you have this brilliant gold, you have this beautiful gray matte, you have this celestial color that's very shiny. You got Metropolis, and yeah, it's just in the blue, Intrepid. It's just a beautiful palette. I have Decadence, which this one was limited edition. The colors, beautiful jewel tone colors. This matte I mean, it's not matte. This particular formulation is beautiful. Oh, and just so you know, this is what the outside packaging looks like for Decadence. So some people just know about the outside packaging. This is Mothership 3. Try not to blind you guys. That's Mothership 3 right there. And this is what the packaging looks like. So Mothership 3 is actually, yeah, I don't remember because she didn't put them on the back right here. So that's Mothership 3, the pink one. This is Mothership 2, and then this is the packaging along with it. I think this is so pretty too. That green, yeah, that's green shade, that Blitz Emerald. Oh my gosh. And last but not least, this is the one I would keep out of all of them. This is Mothership 5, and this is what the packaging looks like. I absolutely love this palette. It is just so many things. First of all, I love the artwork. Okay, even I have the cell phone case and, you know, the t-shirt with the Mothership 5 design on it. I love this palette. I love this palette because of this Blitz flame. It is beautiful. You know, I love a good red shade. Then I also love this palette because even though they have the Blitz Flame as one of the special shades, these 3 shades of the special shades are my absolute favorite. They are most pigmented, they're most foil. You have this beautiful, like, very shiny rose gold. You have this astral lunar gold and astral white. It is so pretty. Look at that. The shine you get is amazing. And the flips are gorgeous. You with a lot of greens and golds and pink in there. And I think out of all the Motherships, like, it's one shade in the Mothership 2 and Mothership 3, which is Astral, let's see, Astral Ghost Orchid. I don't like that shade. I'm like, and it's in like 2 of my palettes. I don't like it. But then you have 2 brown mattes. This is one of the lightest mattes that she gave us prior to, she had a light matte in this particular palette. But this one, oh gosh. Yeah, I dropped some stuff. I knew that was going to happen. It's a mess around me. It looked like palette getting around me. Then you have this shade right here. This, I don't even have my name card, but this bronze shade is gorgeous, okay? This dark brown shade, I love this extreme aubergine. You know I love an aubergine to deepen up a crease. And then this Skin Show Divine. This palette is gorgeous. I just feel like it just encompasses so many things. Like if you want to go pinky red, you can go to that. You want to hit a green, you could do that because of the special shades. You want to just do some browns with a little deeper purple and then a light lid shade right here, you're good. You want to do gold, you got it. You want rose gold, you got it. So I just think like this palette is so well done. This is my favorite out of the all. Okay, so for the honorable mentions, like palettes that almost won it was Decadence 4. I love this formula and I feel like this palette is so beautiful. Even though this is like not a palette where people can feel like you get complete looks, like the shades are just amazing. But lately, I've just been using La Vie en Rose so much. I love La Vie en Rose. Like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. So, like, Mothership 5 and La Vie en Rose. So, like, if I couldn't keep Mothership 5, it would be like this one. Okay, so this is really my second choice because I have just been killing La Vie en Rose as of lately. You can buy this as a single. This gold shade is amazing. This pink, this plum shade, this lighter plum shade. This is the best light purple matte. If you probably couldn't get your hands on Makeup Forever number 92, which I do not have, then baby, this purple matte right here, this is Purple Rain, which you can buy as a single. It's amazing. It blends out like a dream. So that's why that is like my honorable mentions. But if I could just only pick one, it would definitely be Mother. Okay, the next brand I have a lot of palettes from is Juvia's Place, okay? So I have quite a few. I have the Nubian 3, of course. I have the Saharan. I have the Afrique. I have the Zulu and the Deuce. And I also have the Festival. And then I have a couple more down here, but I'm going to show you guys what these palettes look like. This is Nubian 3. Then we have the Saharan. I love this. That would probably be my second favorite. We have Afrique. I love this. This palette, I don't love the mess as much, but I love like this blue Togo and Contenu. I love those two shades. And I do love this this Fifi also. I love Fifi, but I'm a sucker for a good cranberry shade like that. Here is the Zulu. It's the Deuce. My chocolate brown. That is the Deuce palette. And then this is the Festival. We have the Saharan 2. She looks like this. This is absolutely beautiful as well. Looks like this. It's the Nubian. I love this palette. We have Masquerade and the Magic palette. This is Masquerade. And then this is the Magic palette. I really enjoy the shades in here. The shimmers are beautiful. And like this purpley shade right here is quite unique. That blue shade. I really enjoy the shades down here. They're really quite beautiful. The palette that I would keep if I couldn't keep any of them but one. The Tribe. I love this palette. This is literally my favorite Juvia's Place palette. I mean, like, hands down, the winner. Okay? So, I mean, when they came out with this palette, they just hit it right on the head. Like, I mean, it is gorgeous. First of all, I'm like, are my fingers clean? Coral. Oh my gosh. Chaga over the lids is amazing as well. These are so shimmery. You got Cuba. This is deep. I feel like you could definitely do smoky looks with this. You could go to work with just putting Chaga and then this orange shade in there. You could put Curla. You got this nice khaki brown shade. The color scheme is gorgeous. I love it. And these shimmers are just like amazing. This is my favorite palette that I have ever done. So if I could only keep one, it would be this. Okay, 2 more brands to go, all right? I actually have a lot of palettes by Urban Decay. And there's like one more down on the ground, okay? I think these are just like some of OG palettes. I got rid of like the Vice palettes, but I have quite a bit of the Nakeds. So I got the original Naked palette. I was about to get rid of it. And then the next, like 2 days later, they were like, we're discontinuing it. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll keep it. This is Naked Smoky. And I think these shadows, some of these are just like collectors. Naked Heat. Then I have Naked 3. And I love the color Trick. Oh my gosh. I just need them to come out with that as a single. Look at this dent. You guys have probably never seen me. Look at the dent, because you probably never seen nothing like that on my channel before. Look at that dent in Trick. We have Naked 2. You still got the brushes in these jokers. We have like the glitter shadows of all time. We have the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. Like, ooh, you know the Moon Dust palette is. This is an OG, and I believe it's discontinued. The Urban Decay Electric. She looks like this. And then we have one more. Urban Decay Born to Run. And she looks like this. And it is beautiful. And if I could only keep one, it would be Born to Run. I love this palette. So I guess this palette you could probably say would be the most practical out of my choices, because I would have a wide variety of options. But I love the formula. This formula is like old school Urban Decay, what we fell in love with, what they need to come back to, and stop playing around, okay? Because this palette is everything. I mean, look, first of all, look at this mirror. Look how big it is, okay? And it bends all the way back. I love that this is like a hard case. I love the packaging. I love to travel. So look at all the pretty scenery. You got Big Ben on the back, and you have just so many fun places on here. Then the colors, there's Baja and Accelerate. You got my favorite purple, my favorite oranges in here. You got Ignite. You got Still Shine, you got Riff, and you got Blaze and Stranded and Breakaway. You got purples. You got deep grungy colors. You got some blues and greens and black. The black right here, Jet, is so good. Like, I think Jet is better than the shade Blackout that they put in all the other palettes. I love this palette. The formula is amazing. And if you guys just saw my Sephora recommendations for the VIB sale of things I recommended, this was a palette that I recommended that you pick up. So I love this palette and I still use it. Okay. The next brand is Colored Rain. I love Colored Rain shadows, okay? And I have quite a bit of their palettes. I have depotted some, so I'll show you those in a second. So, of course, I have Safari Rain right here. This is their latest edition. Looks like this. Beautiful, okay? And these shadows and colors are amazing. Then I have a cult classic. I think this has been like, come on, almost like a cult classic. I have the Queen of Hearts. I have Berry Rust. There she is. That's one of the 6-pan palettes she came out with. Okay, now I have a lot of these are Color Rain singles, but I've depotted them and put the palettes in here that there were 6 pans. I depotted them all except for the Beauty Rust one. So I have to be careful because this red shade will pop out. Only like 3 colors are in here at ColourPop. Like this one, and like that's the Urban Decay free one. But these 6 right here is the Lovelies. No, these 6 right here are very cute. These 6 right here, that is the Lovelies palette. These bright ones that are matte are the Power Pigments, the red one. So these up here, down there, and those are the Power Pigments. So as you see, and then all of these are just freestanding singles that they have that I purchased, okay? Okay, I have one more. I don't know how I could forget, but I have Cheers to the Beauty. This thing is so pretty, and the shimmer shades in here are gorgeous, and so are the mattes. This palette didn't get as much love from the beauty community, but these shimmer shades are gorgeous. Like this shade is Opulence right here. And then you have Gander, which is beautiful. And this Black Butterfly shade is amazing too. Look at these swatches. And I've only just dug my hand in just a little bit. Honestly, if I could only choose one, I think I'm making a switch up. I was going to say Safari Rain. But if I could just only keep one, and because the colors are just so unique in here, as far as the shimmer shades, I would go with Cheers to the Beauty. I would. So if I could only keep 5 palettes out of these collection, which is a pretty massive collection down here by me, I would keep these 5. We have the Colored Rain, Cheers to the Beauty. We have the Urban Decay, Born to Run. Oh my gosh, it dropped. I think it's okay. That packaging is really hard. We have The Tribe by Juvia's Place. Good Sport by ColourPop. And Mothership 5 by Pat McGrath. So, of course, that's just out of these 5 brands. That don't mean nothing about the rest of this down here. So, don't be talking about I had to get rid of all that other stuff, too. But we was just doing out of brands. So, if I just had to choose 5 palettes out of these 5 brands, which one would it be? Those are the palettes I would choose. I think my color scheme would be kind of popping, like, you know, like, I be doing that. I got some reds, I got some purples, I got some greens, you know, it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I have fun making it, and I'm just gonna like insert a picture so you guys can see all the palettes around me because it's craziness, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, leave me a comment down below. Which one would you choose out of those? And do you have any of these palettes? It's a hard choice because, you know, we love our palettes. So let me know what you guys think. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because you know I would love to see you here. And I will see you guys again very soon in another video. Bye. And you know I gotta hit my chair dance. Bye.